Howdy, howdy, howdy. Nick Saponaro here. It is Divi live at 5. We are live. It is 5, so you know what that means. It's time to get the weekly update rolling. Once again, I have to thank everybody for joining me on this weekly video update. It's been going pretty well, I think. Some kinks here and there, but we're working them out as we go along, just like we always do. So let's jump right into the update. Few things to go over for the week, and then we'll highlight some of the things that happened in the month, because this is actually the last live at 5 for the month, and we'll start up again, of course, next Friday, but it will be September. I cannot believe that it is the end of August already. It feels like time is just flying by. It's super hot though right now where I live, so I'm hoping that it cools off soon. So without further ado, let's jump into the marketing. As you guys know, we've hired a CMO about a month ago, and she's fully onboarded now. She's got her whole strategy is ready to go, and you saw the new website last week called DiviWallet.com. Definitely check that out if you haven't. It's beautiful, and it's still being updated. And I'm going to show you one of the forthcoming updates right now. The design is locked in. It's actually going to go into development next week. So how do I do that again? Oh, right. So as you can see, I hope you can see this. Yes. So right here you have the roadmap. And you guys probably remember the roadmap on diviproject.org. If you don't, go check it out. It's diviproject.org/roadmap. So this will be familiar to you. As you can see, we have basically the percent to completion is going to be right here, overall development progress. And then you can see the breakdown of tasks within the various products that we're developing at any given time. So just a nice refreshed version. And then, of course, we have some links to our social media and the Live at 5, which is where most of the development updates are ultimately delivered. You can see this is just another page, another design mock-up of it. So really excited about that. We're also excited because one of the big initiatives that Zoe has been working on since she joined the team is actual branding guidelines. If you're not familiar with what that means, it's basically a guidebook for anybody who wants to create content for Divi or do any sort of partnerships with us. They don't have to, ask us for logos and iconography and things like that. They just go to these brand guidelines and grab it right there. These will be publicly available. I'm going to show you what they look like right now. So as you can see, we have some graphical elements here. This is just one of the many pages that will be included. We actually had a designer come up with all of the new icons that you're seeing right here. So these are customized to Divi. All the colors are customized to Divi. Very exciting. Okay, how do I get out of this? Okay, so very exciting stuff there. The brand guidelines are super exciting because, all of our influencers that we've partnered with, all the content creators, which, by the way, huge shout out to the content creators. You guys have been cranking out an incredible number of videos and blogs and content for us over the past month, and it has been absolutely incredible. I love seeing that in different languages and everything too. Very cool. The last thing that we're going to show you marketing wise is going to be the new foundation website. So as you can see, and sorry if this is a little small for you guys, but it's beautiful. So this will be the actual, basically diviproject.org will turn into this. You can see that it has all the wallets that we're on, the exchanges, there's some TBA there, and it's coming along really nicely. I expect that to go into development next month. All right, that was marketing. A lot of other stuff going on with marketing, of course. We just onboarded a guy who's going to be helping us with all our paid media. So, Facebook ads, Google ads, all that stuff you'll start seeing around the internet very, very soon. And we just started that Instagram initiative. So if you guys aren't following us on Instagram, check us out at Divi Project. You can see we just started posting some new pictures there. Just trying to give you a little insight into what we do on a daily basis, who we are, that type of stuff. Okay, next up, development. If you guys remember, last week and over basically the course of this month, we've been talking about a project called PIMS, which is done by the University of Calgary. It helps grad students kind of get some real world experience with technical projects within the realm of their core competency and what they're studying. It's about to wrap up next week, and it's gone really well. The kids, they're not kids at all. They're like grown people. The adults who are students just finished giving their presentations this week, and I was really, really impressed because the students that we sponsored actually were working on a blockchain compression problem, trying to see how we can make blockchains a little bit more efficient and a little bit more usable from a full node perspective. They were very successful, and even their basic implementation was successful at compressing the blockchain by about 18%. And that's just the basics. So you can imagine where they're going from there. I'm excited to see what they end up doing. They have one more week to go, and who knows, maybe some of them will become Divi team members. All right. We also have a desktop release candidate we're testing right now. I think it looks pretty good. We'll see. Hopefully that comes out next week. But I'll keep you guys up to date on that. And that is pretty much all I have right now for development. Everything else is just basically moving along. Siege Worlds is, as you guys know, a blockchain game being developed by Games Interactive. It's a project that both Jeff McCabe, the CEO of Divi, and I have a hand in, and it is coming along swimmingly. I want to show you guys a new video, this new feature where they're actually able to generate new map regions dynamically with random data. It's really cool. Hang on. So yeah, I don't know how this works, but it's pretty cool. And basically it's, procedurally generating new areas in the game dynamically with just random data. So you'll always have a new and fun ecosystem to play in every new game. It looks really cool. Siege Worlds is just coming along at a breakneck speed, and I'm excited to actually get our hands on that as well. Keep an eye out for updates. All right, awesome. Siege Worlds. We also have Chalk. If you guys don't know, Chalk is a casual esports platform that allows you to win real money for playing your favorite games. You can join. The beta starts on September 1st, which is Tuesday. You can win real money, Bitcoin, and Divi. Sign up at chalkapp.co and try to get into the first round of beta. We have 40 people allowed in the first round. We'll open it up a little bit more after that, but it is really exciting stuff. And we've been testing it, and it's awesome. So definitely join up with that. In Zap news, we just received a draft of the light paper for the Wrapped Divi initiative. I'm super stoked. I am super duper whooper stoked because it is absolutely astounding what the potential use cases for Wrapped Divi are, and for users of the actual Divi ecosystem, how they can now use this cross-chain staking using the Zap Oracle to earn more Divi, more eDivi, use the eDivi in the DeFi ecosystem, Uniswap, all that fun stuff that's trending right now. It's a huge partnership, and it's getting a lot of attention. It was actually mentioned on their AMA this morning on Medium. I think you can go check that out on their Medium page. Okay, we have some upcoming events. The first one is Run with the Unicorn. Now this is pretty cool. Run with the Unicorns is actually typically an in-person event. It's like a conference that takes place in the real world. But of course, with the pandemic situation that's going on, they're doing it virtually this year. Now, I've done a few of these virtual conferences, and they're always cool. But usually it's just basically a big Zoom call. This is not just a big Zoom call. Run with the Unicorns, they actually have, it's basically a video game that you're in. You make an avatar, you can like walk around the little conference space and stuff. They have a bar in there where you can get drinks and you can put a hat on and change your avatar and stuff like that within the world. And you can just, you go to each different conference track. They have stages, booths from sponsors and stuff like that. It's a whole virtual world that mimics a conference. It's pretty awesome, and I really recommend that you come. You can get tickets at runfortheunicorns.com. The next big event that's coming up is the Bitcoin Ben Bitcoin Blockchain Unmasked Tour. Almost said it wrong. The Blockchain Unmasked Tour. He's hopping in an RV and he is going nationwide to have actual outdoor in-person events all across the nation. It's a really cool initiative. The whole RV is going to be wrapped with Divi logos and all that cool stuff. And the event that takes place on October 3rd will be here in San Diego. There'll be a bunch of awesome influencers there. I will be there, and if you want to come out and socially distantly hang out, then you should definitely plan on coming here on October 3rd. We'll release more details as that progresses, but I'm super stoked. We've been planning this. Well, Ben has been planning this for a couple of months now, and to see it start to come to fruition is awesome. Okay, one more pretty cool little development update actually that I forgot to mention, which is the Divi Pay Gateway. So this is actually a WordPress plugin that works with, it's a one-click install WordPress plugin like anything else that works with WooCommerce on your WordPress store. It's a multi-coin interface that allows you to accept Divi, Bitcoin, a bunch of other stuff. And it pretty much opens us up. You know, we have like the Shopify plugin, stuff like that, but now we're opened up to the whole world of WordPress e-commerce. And I'll show you some screenshots. See, whoops, got all of them open. Well, you can see achievements for your sales. You have, let me get rid of some of this stuff here. You have, your different wallet addresses that you can accept to. You can, of course, accept the cryptocurrency of your choice. You have a nice little wallet area with Bitcoin, Divi, and Litecoin out of the box. They're going to be adding more currencies as they move forward. They got the Divi map even on there, the Masternode map. Yeah, so I mean, it's really cool. This isn't really a Divi thing. It's something that was developed by another group, and it's just really cool. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I think they're going to add other e-commerce platforms as well, like Joomla and some of the others. So yeah, keep an eye on the Divi Pay Gateway. All right, that's pretty much all I have for today. I know you guys are probably expecting the exchange announcement. I still haven't gotten approval to actually announce it, but I will do my best to get that information out to you very, very soon. We are in communication with them. Everything's paid, everything's signed. It's really just a matter of getting all the ducks in a row for some of the marketing initiatives and stuff. I sent them some test Divi the other night, so the integration seems to be going well. It's just a matter of, I can't breach the contract. I can't announce it until they let me. So that's where we are with that. Now, to round out this podcast, video, whatever you want to call it, I want to talk about the month. It's been a long month. It's been a hot month. It's the end of summer almost, and we have accomplished quite a bit in this short period of time. I mean, we have now a CFO, a CMO, COO, CTO, and a senior product owner all onboarded, which is absolutely incredible. A lot of the hats that I used to wear, a lot of the hats that Jeff used to wear are now coming off. And as these people become more gelled into the company, our responsibilities can focus more on the things that we should be focusing on. Jeff should be focused on vision and partnerships and being the CEO, and I can focus more on technology and informing the community and communicating with you guys in the way that you guys deserve. So I'm really excited to have, all these people combined. We have 25 plus years experience of each of them. So it's really just an incredible move forward for the entire project. And it really just solidifies us as a really just strong company. We started our marketing campaigns. We have the new website out. We have the new websites coming as well, Divi Foundation. And a lot more of the marketing efforts are actually going to start coming online. We have Brian Colwell now. He's super excited to get started writing some content, and he's actually kind of an influencer himself. So I'm interested to see how his influence sort of affects things as we move forward with him. We launched that new website, like I said, forged this partnership with Zap, which is being recognized across the industry by a lot of different people. And it really affects the whole ecosystem of blockchain, because if and when we are successful at creating a cross chain staking method, all of the staking coins that exist can then attach themselves to this same methodology. It makes it, for me, in my mind, it's like a huge step toward interoperability, which again, if you follow any of my videos, you know me in any way, you know that I'm a big proponent of multi-coin. I'm not in any way a maximalist, and I believe that the future is an interoperable blockchain ecosystem that is basically hidden in the background. You shouldn't have to know whether or not you have Litecoin or whatever in your wallet. You should just be able to seamlessly transition between fiat and any cryptocurrency that you want and back as needed. So in my mind, this is like one of the biggest steps, not just for Divi and Zap, but for the industry as well. And I think, as more and more people come to realize what is happening, they'll see that too. So like I said, big month, lots of stuff still in the pipeline. I wanted to announce so much more stuff for you guys, but I'm not a pre-announcer. Sometimes I will, give you little hints about things, exchanges and things like that. But some things just have to be announced when they are done. When the deal is signed, dotted, here, press hard. I had a real estate teacher who used to say that. So let's, with that in mind, go into the AMA and see if anyone has questions for me today. It's so hot in here, by the way. I have like all these lights on me, and it's just like, woo! Gah. Okay, so this is an interesting question. Syrianification asks about student sponsorships. He or she has a 19-year-old son just out of high school and wants to know how he could get involved. We're not really set up for internships necessarily, but we definitely are willing to teach. Some of our devs that work for us full time now did start as basically interns, just being, just involving themselves with the project, learning things from our devs and things like that. If they're interested in that, have them reach out. Our devs are pretty busy, but if there's something that they feel they can sort of integrate with, I'm sure that they'll try to find a place to educate. Let's see what else we got here. All right, Glenn, this is a good question. I need to ask a follow-up question. Glenn asks, I thought Divi was about bringing crypto to the masses. Why is your new site aimed toward crypto enthusiasts? I'm going to go ahead and assume that you mean the Divi wallet website, and I'll explain. So, first of all, Divi is about, of course, adapting to the lifestyle of the individuals who use financial applications. That said, we can only pursue marketing toward a certain demographic so effectively at one time, right? So right now, the people that use our applications, for the most part, are crypto enthusiasts. We do have a ton of people who are not necessarily crypto enthusiasts, but people who are just your average everyday people who learned about us through one channel or another. And we will continue to have those channels to bring new people in. But the funnel for actually getting a new user in from crypto incognizant, we'll call it, to being a crypto enthusiast is extremely expensive and takes a long time. So we need to build a much, much bigger base of the enthusiasts, because we're still one of the more unknown projects in the space. Even though we've grown a ton over the past year or two, I say all the time, like, we're like the industry skunkworks project, because like a lot of the OGs know about us, a lot of people do know about us, but we're not on a widespread scale yet. This helps us get to that widespread scale, and then we'll change the marketing. The website can always be changed and updated. That's a great question. So Chris Craig asks about the fintech operation. So we do still have branches down in Costa Rica, but we've found that the business-to-business use cases have been a little bit more attractive to people, and we now have a platform that allows individuals to use the website, the fintech's website, so they can just go on and do all their banking online. We still have the 3 or 4 locations in Costa Rica that people can go into, but the shift in focus to making it more of a software as a service for businesses and an online platform for users seems to be a better direction to go. So that's the direction we're heading. Good day, mate, from Australia. I can't do the accent. Don't make fun of me. Uh, okay. There's Steve. What's up, Steve? How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Love seeing Steve pop in. All right. Yeah. I mean, let's see. Can you have the new C? You know what? That's a great idea, Scott. Scott Werner asks if we can have the new C-suite people introduce themselves on Live at 5. Let's do that. I think that's a great idea. I'll have them on. We'll have like one on every week, maybe starting next week or the week following. I think we have. I'm going to do another guest next week, but we can switch things around. That's a great idea. Yeah. So hodl crypto or hodl crypto. I don't know how you ever say that, but will you be opening any more banks around the world? You got to remember they're not banks, right? Some banks. We don't give out loans. While we can custodialize funds and stuff like that, it's not a bank. So just keep that in mind. But with that said, yes, we have licensure to do that. Actually, some new things are in the pipeline right now to actually open branches in more places other than Costa Rica. And actually, it could be even a franchise thing in the future. But again, the strategy is not so much focused on that at the moment. Things will change. All right. You know what? That looks good. I think, we're 20 minutes in. Don't want to keep you guys too long. I know it's Friday night and you guys want to get to your weekends, and I really appreciate you sticking around with me. As always, my name's Nick Saponaro. You can find Divi online at Divi Project on all the social media accounts that you can possibly think of. And if you have questions, please join us on Telegram, t.me/Divi Project. Don't forget to sign up for the wallet at diviwallet.com. And I will see you next week for the next Live at 5.